Young gods were often precocious, but no one so much as Hermes, who, 5 minutes after his birth, sneaked out of his crib and went searching for adventure. He toddled swiftly down the slope of Mount Silene until he came to a meadow where he saw a herd of beautiful white cows grazing. He saw no cowherd and decided to steal them. A tree full of crows began to seethe and whistle. "They belong to Apollo! To Apollo! Apollo!" But he paid them no heed. When Apollo returned, he was furious to see his cows gone, and even more furious when he searched for tracks and found none, only odd sweeping marks on the ground. The crows chattered, "A baby stole them! Your brother! Your brother!" But this made no sense to Apollo. Besides, he did not trust crows. He did not know where to begin looking. He searched far and wide, but could find no clue. Then one morning he passed a cave that he had passed 100 times before, but this time he heard strange, beautiful sounds coming out of it, sounds unlike anything he had heard before. And he looked inside. There, drowsing by the fire, was a tall, lovely Titaness named Maya, whom he had seen before in the garden on Olympus. Sitting in her lap was a little baby boy doing something to a large tortoise shell from which the strange sounds seemed to be coming. "Good day, cousin. Are you to be congratulated on a new son?" "Hail, bright Phoebus! May I have the honor of presenting your half-brother, young Hermes." "Half-brother, eh? Well, that's an honor without being a distinction. What's that he's playing with?" "He makes his own toys. He's so clever you can't imagine. He made this out of an old shell that he's strung with cowgut, and from it he draws the most ravishing sounds. Listen. Cowgut? May I ask what cow he persuaded to contribute her vital chords for his pastime?" "I do not understand your question, cousin." "Understand this, cousin. I have had a herd of cows stolen recently. The crows told me they had been taken by some baby, my brother, but I didn't believe them. I see to owe them an apology." "What? Are you accusing the innocent babe of being a cattle thief? For shame!" "Mother, if you don't mind, perhaps you better let me handle this." The baby stood on his mother's knee and bowed to Apollo. "I did take your cows, brother, but I did not know they were yours. How could I have? And they are quite safe, except for one. Wishing to begin my life with an act of piety, I sacrificed her to the 12 gods." 12 gods? I am acquainted with but 11. "Yes, sir, but I have the honor to be the 12th. Above all things, I wish your goodwill, fair brother. So, in return for this cow, allow me to make you a present. This instrument, I call it a lyre. I'll be glad to teach you to play." Apollo was enchanted with the trade. He stayed in the cave all that afternoon practicing his scales. As he was strumming his new toy, he noticed Hermes cutting reeds, which the child swiftly tied together, notched in a certain way, then put to his lips, and began to make other sounds even more beautiful than the lyre could produce. "What's that? What do you call it? I want that too." "I don't need any more cows." "I must have it. What else of mine do you wish?" "Your golden staff." "But this is my herdsman's staff. Do you not know that I am the god of herdsmen, and that this is my rod of authority?" "A minor office, unworthy of the Lord of the Sun. Perhaps you would allow me to take over the chore. Give me your golden staff, and I will give you these pipes." "Agreed, agreed. But since these pipes and lyre together will make you god of music, I must have something to boot. Teach me augury." "You drive a hard bargain for a nursling." "I think you belong on Olympus, brother. This cave will not long offer scope for your talents." "Oh, yes, take me there. I am eager to meet Father Zeus." So Apollo took Hermes to Olympus and introduced him to his father. Zeus was intrigued by the wit and impudence of the child. He hid him away from Hera and spent hours conversing with him. "You say you wish to enter the Pantheon, but really all the realms and powers seem to have been parceled out. Father, I am of modest nature. I require no vast dignities, only a chance to be useful, to serve you, and to dwell in your benign and potent presence. Let me be your herald. Let me carry your tidings. You will find me quick and resourceful, and what I can't remember I will make up, and I guarantee your subjects will get the message. Very well, I will give you a trial." So Hermes became the messenger god and accomplished his duties with such swiftness, ingenuity, and cheerfulness that he became a favorite of his father, who soon rewarded him with other posts. Hermes became patron of liars and thieves and gamblers, god of commerce, framer of treaties, and guardian of travels. Hades became his client too and called upon him to usher the newly dead from Earth to Tartarus. He kept a workshop on Olympus and there invented the alphabet, astronomy, and the scales, also playing cards and card games. He carried Apollo's golden staff decorated with white ribbons, wore a pot-shaped hat, and winged sandals which carried him through the air more swiftly than any bird could fly. It was he who gave Zeus the idea of disguising himself and mingling with mortals when bored with Olympus. He joined his father in this, and they had many adventures together.